made people go back and get their crew. You had to come back with your projects to deal with Wu-Tang. It was too many of us. We're responsible for that. Before rappers would get on and that was it. They was gone.
Wu-Tang was that deal.
Every crew gotta be deep.
Now you had to be there. Like if you was ever in the mix of a Wu-Tang event or anything, like even if it wasn't a Wu-Tang event, I mean just like them when they went through when they was swarming, like the whole it was the intensity in the air that you can't, it's hard to describe, or you damn sure can't mimic it. But I promise you that they was stomping on the metal stairs and my body was literally shaking. Pause. Like I could, with everything, bang, clang, 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 and it's pitch black in this bitch. This shit was crazy, man. And then they went on stage, and I think they started out with Wu-Tang Clan and nothing to fuck with. It was crazy.
Beat it up.
What up, y'all? Welcome to the best show on earth. It is Monsta Mondayz. I am your host, Mr. Monster Man Rocco, with my DJ
Rec. What's good?
Yeah, we holding it down for Starang Wonder because shit happens. You understand what I'm saying? He's somewhere doing some dope shit. So, yeah, we got a dope show for you tonight, for today, wherever you are in the world listening. I got something I need to talk about. I got something we need to talk about, bro. I'm gonna just start off and say I'm sorry to every little nigga, not just them, every angry, reckless, overly emotional chick, overly fucking reckless gang. Anybody who I've seen doing any reckless posting online and I secretly judged them, or not, I may have outwardly and openly judged them.
Right.
I'm sorry. Because I understand why. I get it now. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Don Rocco, the Zen Lord. You understand what I'm saying? King of Cool. You know what I mean? Sackman Street, Slim Smooth. The Dawn of the Goons. The Goon of the Dawns. You know, it's all kind of smooth shit with me. You understand what I'm saying? I participated in reckless posting.
Wow.
But there's a disclaimer, or there's a reason, or whatever you want to call it.
Hold it. Explain what that is.
Explain what is.
What reckless posting is. Explain exactly what you would describe as a reckless post.
Well, I see all kind of reckless posts. You see people on online telling their whole life story, or they online flashing weapons. Next thing you know, they indicted. You know, niggas online talking about, you know what I'm saying, pull up. I'm gonna see, you know what I'm saying, pull the door, pull up, you know what I'm saying, the option. Next thing, hey, money phones, and next thing you know, they done got shot at, or you understand what I'm saying, or something tragic happens. I don't want to. But, you know, we older dudes, we see that shit, all of those things. You see chicks on there just doing way too much. You see, you know what I'm saying, you whatever you see, dudes, too much, right? And we see those things like that's reckless. It should be getting niggas hurt. It be getting niggas caught up in their life. It be getting niggas whatever, you know, all kind of shit. So all of those things I deem as reckless posting. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
Some shit that could affect you in a negative way or whatever. Just and compromise your privacy in a manner that's You know what I'm saying? That's just now Cypher, right? So
now what do you do?
Well, back to me prefacing this by saying I was drunk.
Alright.
Real drunk, right? Dude, this is all this. Hey, let's just call it a PSA. You understand what I'm saying? Drink responsibly or don't drink at all, people. You understand what I'm saying? So I was on a date, a little lunch. It was a brunch date, right? You know what I mean? Really attractive lady, large breasts and shit, pretty. And we go to this restaurant, right? We find a restaurant. It wasn't even though we freestyled it and shit. We Googled food near us, you know what I mean? She wanted to do hookah and shit. You know me, I'm a weed smoker. I don't really give too many fucks about hookahs. So I don't know where the hookah spots are. So she had to find a hookah spot. Turns out it's one close by, close enough by, right?
Yeah.
This is like it's a Latin spot, right? They got all kind of Latin music playing and shit. They got a DJ in the outside area, whatever. We sitting in the outside, we eating, and we start out having. It's like, I'm a vodka drinker. I don't drink dark liquor. You know what I mean? This is my first time meeting this woman face to face. We had been kicking it with each other and shit online and all of that. Just doing the regular shit. Hey, let's have lunch. So here we are. Right? We go to this spot. We gotta read the menu. I need to bust out my glasses. This shit is small, like, you know what I'm saying? So we just start out with drinks. Vodka. Double shots. She's a Capricorn. Capricorns is always on some, they want to order for you. You know what I'm saying? They want to do it. It's a double shot. I'm like, I double. All right, whatever, I'm fine. I know bitch ass nigga, right? Peer pressure, right? Anyway. Right, so, vodka, Red Bull. We did that. We ordered food, whatever. We repeated the vodka. We talking, we joking. We repeat the vodka. You know what I mean? And I repeat at some point mojitos. And all of these drinks. They not stiff. They all taste good. They all taste. They're all palatable. So you drink them faster. You know what I mean? And that's the trick. Like, a lot of people don't like to drink liquor with, a chaser or anything like that because but me, I'm like, fuck that. I don't drink nothing straight. If I don't enjoy it, I don't want it. And enjoying it includes the taste. And that's just, that's me. Right? So the next day I get a phone call from my good brother Mike Hands, right? Salute to Mike Hands. We had him on the show. You know what I mean? Mike Hands goes, hey, yo, Rock, where you was at, my nigga? I'm like, huh, what you talking about? He's like, you was in the, you know what I'm saying? Where you was at? Look like you was in the fucking Caribbean, like you was in the Caribbean island somewhere, la 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 la. I'm like, huh? I know what he's like. You was with the shorty, the pretty shorty, you know what I'm saying? The cute thing with the nice things and all that. Shorty looked like a cooperator. I'm like, what are you talking about, right? But I know what he's talking about. I'm just trying to figure out how he knows. What is he talking about? So I inquire more into what he's talking about. He's like, you went live, nigga. You went live.
Oh, wow.
You went live and you was, you know what I'm saying? And you surely was, she was making the titties jump and all of that. You got your hand on the small of her back. I'm like, oh, my man got it. I'm like, what?
Wow.
What? Like, I couldn't wait to get off the phone with this. I'm like, I gotta get off the phone. I need to see if I saved this video to see how much I defiled myself because I have no memories of this, my nigga. So I go inside the phone, get off the phone. I go on the phone and I look at it, son. It's like a minute and 20 seconds of. Son, I was mortified looking at this shit. So like, I'm just goofy. I'm kissing her all in the face and the mouth, all kind of shit. Son, I'm like, right? I'm not ashamed of nothing I do, right? But this just ain't the shit that I put out. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's not how that's you understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I couldn't even make it through that whole minute and 20 seconds. Like I stopped it and then had to take a deep breath. Then I had to go back and look again. I'm like, I gotta see it. I gotta know. I'm watching this shit. I'm like 50 seconds in, I'm like, be over already. I'm like, please be over already. Stop. All right, no. I ain't even got nothing to talk about. I ain't doing nothing but talk about how pretty the chick is. I done kissed her in the mouth. I'm just goofing. Like, I didn't do nothing. I ain't say nothing smart. No, nothing. I'm just goofing. I was mortified, brother. And in that moment, I understood. So I could look. First thing I did was I called the women I love, right? I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? The women who is because even though, you know what I mean, like I'm not in no type of situation where I need to hide anything I do, people still have feelings. First thing I did, I called my daughter moms. I'm like, yo, like I texted her first. Yeah. She might have not. Like, there's no way possible she could have texted me back fast enough because my shit was. I'm like, nothing she could have did would have been fast enough. I called her. I'm like, yeah. Did you see my live yesterday? And she was like, no. I was like, baby, I was drunk. Right? She was like, oh, wait, I did see part of it. And then she bust out laughing and she made fun of me for like 10, 15 minutes. I'm like, she's like, I got out of there. I was like, you know, hey, and also this could be this can be a public service announcement to people on healthy parenting and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like they have a very healthy dynamic. Like the same way anybody listening is probably making fun of me right now. The way you making fun of me in your head right now, I see you judging me, brother. I know you. I see you. The way, like the same way she did the same thing, and it wasn't as a jealous. No, she had jokes. She's like, oh yeah, you was on your Reggie Rocket shit, huh? Yeah, you was. I know. You had on your green. You wear that green. There's something about me. I'm dying. I'm like, yo. What the fuck? But yeah, in that moment, I understood how you get these niggas online. Nigga, pop off. We gang, nigga. Right, this your bitch right here, nigga. We got money, we got liquor, we got guns, nigga. Pop off. Drop a pen.
Crazy.
I might as well have did all of that. I might as well. Wow. I mean, that's not what I did, but I might as well have it, and I understand.
Was it still up the day later?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't.
You know, some people save their lives.
I save all my lives as a reflex. Right. Oh, man. Whew.
Man,
if I produce, I got the footage. We got the footage. If I can get the footage up here, I'll show it to you as mortifying as it is.
That is hilarious.
But I don't know.
Thank goodness you have good relationships.
Huh?
I said, thank goodness you got good relationships.
Right.
That could have been a doozy to have to explain.
Right. Bruh.
Wow.
Excuse me. Sorry. I'll do some shameless plugs right quick. You know what I mean? Everybody take whatever lesson that you get out of that. I feel like it was a couple of them in there. That story. It's a cautionary tale. It's also it's something beautiful in that. I feel like the relationship with me and my daughter's moms is something dope. Like, she got sexier to me when she laughed at me, like on some real shit, and she really took that the way she took it. She's like, you need to send it to Neff for the Tips web series. If y'all ever going la la la, you send him that for them. I'm like, oh, you so beautiful. You so beautiful. Yeah. But anyway, what'd you say?
Less mojitos.
Word. But let's do some shameless plugs. I got a couple. The Ether Rocks album is almost done. Well, it's done. You know what I mean? But it's almost out there to you. You know what I mean? It's I was listening to that shit. I was in the studio yesterday, right? And I was listening to it on the loud studio shit, like in the sequence. And woo, you know that feeling right there. You know that when you feel like you ain't no, you in a, like when you got the best shooter, like you got Kevin Durant on your team, or you in the war, and you know you got the biggest gun. You know you can't nobody beat you in this division. This shit is serious. I'm real happy about that shit. So yeah, we got that. Also, we slinging shirts, we selling mixtapes y'all might not have. All of that shit on my Bandcamp. That's rocknessbcc.bandcamp.com. And also, like, I'm on Instagram, RocknessBCC. I'm on Facebook, Rock of Helter Skelter. I'm on Instagram. I said that I'm on Twitter, _Rockness_, and we on YouTube, Monsta Nation, where y'all really should be getting involved, because all of the shit that when y'all miss us on Monday nights, you know what I'm saying, then you can all of this shit be on the YouTube and shit. So you need to get involved. So subscribe, like, comment, share, pop some shit, tell Strand how wrong he is on all of the whenever we find ourselves debating and shit, you know, do all that shit.
Yeah. Well,
you got any shameless plugs?
DJ REK on everything. Sound Lounge Studio, San Diego. The Sound Lounge SD on IG. And that's about it. No.
We out here. We hustling. We entertaining you niggas. And we creating. You know what I mean? And all while being super dads and good and good human beings and shit. More
for sure.
Out here. What we doing right now? We wanna in a second that's what we do. We're about to bring one up. We got a guest, you know what I'm saying? Special guest. It's my man. I've known him for well over 25 years or something, long time in the game. He was a part of the whole Wu-Tang. He still is part. He's Wu-Tang affiliate, Wu-Tang clan. Maybe I can get a little bit of clarity on, you know, what the exact, you know what I'm saying, because he's separate from Wu-Tang. What I'm talking about is Shyheim the Rugged Child. Y'all. If y'all know, then y'all know. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all don't know, then y'all can get familiar. So we'll be back with him in a second. But damn, son, I was really on fucking live, and it wasn't like our pocket died. It wasn't like that. No, this is me holding the camera. Like,
oh wow.
What up, though? Ain't she is pretty? It's so fucking pretty. Stupid in the. Oh my god. We're gonna go to break. We'll be back. We're going to break. We'll be back. Welcome back. What do you think? You think we should just get into our guest right now? I could talk some more and shit, or we could just, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into our guest. Our guest today is a very special guest. String ain't here to cut on me right now and shit, but very special guest. I've known him since I came in the game, which was like, I don't know, I want to say like, I mean, before y'all heard of us, like, you know, like before the world, you know what I mean? Y'all heard of Helter Skelter in like 95 or whatever, but this individual's been around since before y'all heard of that. Like, we were running into him all over the shows with Wu-Tang and shit like that. And it's There's a lot of mystery around it. Some would say he came he was out before Wu-Tang. I'm not sure. I don't get my date. My dates ain't all the way together. But everybody show some respect to the God, Shyheim the Rugged Child, or I believe he's Shyheim the Man Child now. Shyheim Rugged, yeah, something like that. What's good, brother?
Hey, what's up, family? How y'all doing? Ain't nothing, man. I'm maintaining, constantly elevating. You know, that's the plan.
That's what it is. It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. You've been, you was out the mix for a while and shit. You know what I mean? And it's always good to see one of ours back in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Able to do the things that we love at the rate we love doing it or whatever. You know what I mean? So that's props to you. Congratulations on that. If I didn't get the chance to officially say that to you. So how you doing, man? What you got going on these days?
Oh man, I'm like the Seinfeld show. Really about nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole bunch of shit about nothing, really. When it all boils down to it, you know what I'm saying? Really though, you know what I'm saying? So
how does that work? What does that look like in Shyheim's world? That
looks like, see, how it came and how it was created was like this, right? When you stripped of everything, like I was stripped of everything from, I was just Franklin for a long time, you know what I'm saying? So for a long time I was Shyheim, right? And then you no longer Shyheim, now you Franklin. It was like when I came home and people called me Shyheim, it threw me off because I was like Franklin male, Franklin this, Franklin that for so long. Yeah. But the good thing that came about it didn't have the value that it doesn't have the value that it once had. There was a time for attention, for fame, for I would do anything. Sell drugs, carry guns, hurt people, even risk getting hurt for those things. You know what I mean? Once all those things lost value in my life and peace became the most valuable thing in my life, that's the only thing that moves me. So it's not money, it's not music, and it's not none of that. And it just seems like magically all of that appears when you no longer give value to it. It's the strangest thing that ever happened. So
that's the hardest thing in the world to convince somebody of. Like we brought up to believe that all good things come from hard work. You know what I mean? But that's not necessarily true. Like I've seen people have whole debates talking about like the law of attraction and manifestation, and it's like, man, that just sound good, nigga, but you got to get out there and do the work. And I understand that, right? But what people don't understand that the best things come from doing what you love, from doing what you really want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like having your own personal energy be good, your own bubble. You good, you enjoying life, and the universe will bring you more of those things that bring you joy, and that's dope. Like that. Like I'm glad you pointed that out, because I done been on hour-long debates with niggas who like, nah, man, fuck that. You can't. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can't sit on your ass with anything, but it's the motive behind it. It's it's like giving somebody something, right? And then throwing it back in their face, right? You didn't do it for the right motive, so then it don't even count. That gesture don't even count. It's the same way with your art. It's the same way with your love and everything. If you're doing it just with no motive and just great, just feel good and just sitting in the hallway, you know how it is, because we came up in that era of just being in the hallway and somebody just start banging on the elevator. You would have the best freestyle sessions in the world off a blunt, but you wouldn't capture that moment in the studio. You be in there trying to create that forever.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. But it gets
that's the beauty of the internet. You know what I'm saying? Because it allows us to capture those special, beautiful moments. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about, and being able to share. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if we had this when we was on the road.
Right.
Back then, I'm talking early 90s, late 90s, and we had the internet and we was able just to take a song and upload it and make money and without having to be a slave, because we had to be slave, my nigga. We was in prison in this industry. Like niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like we had record deals, like, so it's like you know what it's like, so that's why it's important for the young boys to know the history of us as rappers, as well as the history of our black leaders and people that fought for us, for our rights as well. It's the same difference.
Yeah.
Yo. Speaking of history, right? So, you know, for the people that aren't familiar exactly what you brought to the game back in the day, right? You know, you was like one of the youngest, you know what I'm saying, cats like really out there popping from New York, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. Like, tell these cats exactly who you are and like what you did and what you was, you know, and how you was popping back then.
Well, my name is Shyheim, you know what I'm saying? Rugged child, the man child. I'm not really into the thing of saying, hey, look at me, I did this, I did that. If you know what I'm saying, if you're not familiar, you could Google, you have the information out there. You know what I'm saying? But I did a little things, you know, I did a couple of things. I did some movies, I did some television, you know what I'm saying? I did some hip hop. You know what I'm saying? From Staten Island, New York, you know what I'm saying? I represent Wu-Tang and yeah.
Yes. It's very accomplished individual right here. You understand what I'm saying? This ain't just my man from up the block and shit. You understand what I'm saying? This is my man from across the water. You know what I'm saying? But still in New York though, like still in the boroughs. But yeah, man, that's dope. Fucking all things. Like I remember, like one of my first shows. I think one of my first shows on the road was with Shyheim and Wu-Tang. It was in VA, and I remember you had like I think you had Rubber Bands with you. You still, what's up with Rubber Bands? He still, you know, he good?
Yeah, he actually I just spoke to him the other day. He in Alabama. He's still doing music. He on the gram. I think it's official bands, official Rubber Bands. He on the gram. He doing his thing. He pushing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was this was one of my first real shows. Like Black Moon and Smith & Wesson had just started. You know, they was taking us little by little. We didn't all just start going on the road. They was first, you know, it wasn't in the budget. They would take Ruck or Rock. This was one of the first times they took Ruck and Rock. You know what I mean? And we went out there and I think Shy Rock first. I think we rock second, and then the rest of the clan rock third. They closed the show. The shit was, I mean, it was other opening acts, but this shit was it was such a memorable experience for me. Like, I never forget how when the lights went out and I heard all 100 of them niggas walking on stage. Like, I was standing on the side of the stage, and as they fucking feet was hitting the steps, it was literally shaking me. Like, I was like, this shit is crazy. Like, the 100 niggas walking up these metal steps, and the lights is out, and you can't see. You just like, this shit is about to
we made people go back and get their crew. You had to come back with your projects to deal with Wu-Tang. It was too many of us. We're responsible for that. Before rappers would get on, and that was it. They was gone.
Wu-Tang was that
deal. Every gotta be deep.
Now, you had to be there. Like, if you was ever in the mix of a Wu-Tang event or anything, like, even if it wasn't a Wu-Tang event, I mean, just like them, when they went through when they was swarming, like the whole, like, it was the intensity in the air that you can't, it's hard to describe, or you damn sure can't mimic it. But I promise you, they was stomping on the metal stairs, and my body was literally shaking. Pause, like I could, with everything, clang, 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 and it's pitch black in this bitch. This shit was crazy, man. And then they went on stage, and I think they started out with Wu-Tang Clan and nothing to fuck with. It was crazy. But before that, like I said, I got this. Like I didn't know who Rubber Bands was before that. I recognized who he was on your stage show. You know what I mean? You rock. Because I was a fan of the shit. I came out to the side of the stage from the back of the dressing room, whatever, to watch everybody perform. I was fans of all of this shit, and this was my first time in Virginia ever. So I'm watching this, and these niggas is killing this shit. Like,
that's back. Yo, that's back when clubs didn't have couches. Remember that?
Right. Yo, I say this all the time, like, maybe I don't say this part of it enough, but like, I learned from Wu-Tang as a whole, like the different personalities and shit, like, you know what I mean, like, and just like wasn't no two members alike, you know what I mean, and Shyheim was able to exist inside and outside of that. You understand what I'm saying? And he was the babyface gangster. You know what I'm saying? He was the, like, usually when you had a kid rapping, they try to make him popcorn, and Shyheim was the opposite of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
I knew who you were outside of Wu-Tang. Before I even listened to Wu-Tang records, I knew who you was as a rapper.
Cause then you have a song that came out before all of the Wu-Tang.
No, I didn't actually come out before Wu-Tang as a group, you know what I mean? But I was moving around, you know what I'm saying? So I was like hanging with Kane. So I was writing for Raven Simone. So I was like, you know what I'm saying, moving around the industry, you know what I'm saying? And then, I had got my deal, and then the Clan Act came and put Protect Your Neck out first. Mm-hmm. And then I came out the following year with my single, but I was already, in the industry, and I already had my deal and stuff like that. Again, you know what I'm saying? But most people would look at it and think that, Wu-Tang came and popped and then came back and put the Rugged Child on. Even though there was my big brothers and they did put me on because they taught me a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I had a record deal, you know what I'm saying, before Wu-Tang went main.
I'm the Rockness monster. Dopest voice in hip hop ever. Yes, ever. Ladies love my voice. You know what else ladies love? Ladies love cool shirts. We got some of the coolest shirts you ever seen in your life over here. They don't shrink, they don't wrinkle, they don't fade. Best part about it is they feel good, real good. I promise you. You put this shirt on and women are gonna hug you different. We also got matching socks and neck gaiters for whichever shirt you order. Speaking of ordering, to order, go to rocknessbcc.bandcamp.com. Go there and have a blast. Knock yourself out. Rock on, rock on.
Yeah, I didn't remember the details of it, but like, I didn't know that you had a certain amount of of accomplishments before and aside from Wu-Tang. You know what I mean? Aside, I couldn't put my finger on the specifics of it. But like, and that's a big deal because you was young and you was grinding, and that's hard. Like, I mean, like, you probably, I would assume you had somebody, like somebody older than you, pushing you, pushing with you.
Well, it was my mentors, you know what I'm saying? I had Mercury from the Force and D's. Mm-hmm. I had the Prince Rakim, who was the RZA, and I had R&S. So between those, and I had Guy Route. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's my man. Shout out to Guy.
So between all and Big Wigs in them, right? So within all of them, it's me. Cause I was the kid around them like this. I used to ride in the van with Rakim to Tommy Boy and just sit around there and just look and listen and be in meetings and just learning the business, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that was never really my issues. My issues came when real life was parallel happening for me. Mm-hmm. So, there was things of my evolution that I was immature in a lot of ways. I was mature in a lot of ways, but I was immature in a lot of ways because I didn't have the typical childhood like people had. You know what I'm saying? So I was still doing kid shit when I shouldn't have been doing kid shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's what happens. And then you find yourself in, you know what I'm saying, a lot of trouble sometimes when you don't do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been in some shit. I could relate. Are you willing to get into that a little bit? Cause
yeah, man. Hopefully, man. Cause my duty is to civilize, man, and probably save somebody. You know what I'm saying? From that walk, man. Because that shit is real. None of that shit is worth it. Everything moves on.
Mm-hmm.
Moves on, and that's the pain. You know what I'm saying? And then you come back and you're trying to get it all back together and make it all make sense.
Yeah. I see you doing well though. Like I see, it's a look. It's the look. You know what I mean? Like you can see it on like a lot of dudes. They come home. You know what I mean? And it's hard for them to readjust. You know what I'm saying? You seem to be doing great at it, brother. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what I do the same thing I did in there because I realized. That's the micro of out here is the macro. It's the same dealings. You got niggas posted up. You got drug deals going down. You got gang banging going down. You got prostitution. You got anything that's going on out here is going on there. Police brutality, you name it. So in order to survive in that type of environment, you had to be aware, and always on point, and always watching. And to and from, you know what I'm saying? Because just lingering around, you can next thing you know, just standing around, just talking for no reason, idle, just being idle for no reason, you find yourself in a riot, you know what I'm saying? Just in the mix, you know what I'm saying? So,
how long did you do? Pardon me for cutting your wisdom. How long?
On my second one, I did 6 years on a 7 to 14 sentence. I had 2 sentences. It sounds weird, my sentencing, because it really was. I had two separate indictments, and I had a determinate sentence running concurrent with an indeterminate sentence. So what that means, basically, then if they run into concurrent, it becomes one sentence with an aggregated minimum and an aggregated maximum. So yeah.
And what were your charges?
Oh, yeah.
I pleaded guilty to manslaughter in the 2nd degree and criminal possession of a firearm in the 2nd degree with intent to cause bodily harm.
Yeah, that's heavy stuff.
That shit sounds crazy, but all it was a couple of I'm not trying to minimize it. But I'm not a criminal, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I'm really not a criminal. I just made bad choices, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you just want to speak English right quick, and you got
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's how we perceive things, you know what I'm saying? Like, what like back, like I used to think like this. All right, something happens, let me get a gun, let me hold myself down, right? And stay in the mix. That's the stupidest shit you could do. Right. Why get the gun? Forget the gun, just uproot and remove myself from the whole situation. I ain't gotta go to jail. I ain't gotta hurt nobody or get hurt. But my mind didn't work that way then. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't. I was like, yo, whatever, let's go to war. You know what I'm saying? But that's stupid. You uproot and go.
Yeah, I've been there.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a part of your growth. You know what I'm saying? You start to, and that's. I remember I was up for the parole board, right? And I told him, I said, the strangest things that used to happen to me, I used to get myself in all type of things and then worry about the consequence and be like, how am I going to get out of this? Now I think about the consequence before I even put myself in the situation. Before I go to a party, before I go to a store, before I go to a neighborhood, I'm like, all right, what am I going there for? Asset liabilities.
Right.
If it's costing me more to go, then I shouldn't go. Whether it's financially, whether it's going to be emotionally, whether it's going to be whatever. If it's costing me more than I'm gaining, it's not good for me. With every situation in life, you have to look at it like that. Everything.
That's facts. Facts.
You know what I mean? So that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be hard though, because you love people, you love things, right? So here it is. Somebody's having a barbecue around the way. You want to go, you want to support, but it's kind of in that area. You know what I'm saying? That it can happen. So now if you put yourself there and it happens, you responsible too. You get the bullet in your leg. It's like, damn, I should not even been on that corner. Like I played myself. I live all the way to hell. Yo, the police used to lock me up and say, What the hell are you even doing over here? Your address is all the way over here. What are you?
I mean, I feel you, but I mean, like, you know, we naturally want to. I mean, we born with a natural desire for freedom. You know what I mean? And in us, you know, as you know, we growing up, the fucking world is sending us mixed messages, telling us we could do whatever we want. You know what I mean? But you can't walk down the block and shit. That's contradicting this shit. So it takes the growth. It takes to grow up and grow through the shit to be able to decipher, you know what I mean, that the truth ain't necessarily always the truth. Yeah, you can do whatever you want, but they ain't tell you about the consequences and why you shouldn't do some of those things you want to do. And you got to learn all that shit on your own. So, you know, I mean, anybody, you know, all of us who've been through shit like that, because I'm sure everybody on this fucking in here has, you know, and anybody else listening or watching, like, you know, it's okay. Like, you know, have some compassion for yourself. Because this shit don't come with no rule book. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it really don't. I mean, like, you got, you know, we study lessons. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, a whole bunch of different kind of lessons. You know, we study religions and all kinds of, you know, you get the fucking lessons you get in school. You get lessons, you know, our 5% lessons. I'm sure Shyheim know backwards and forwards and shit, but living that shit is you know, it takes some living to really learn. You understand what I'm saying?
Because I knew it. I knew right from wrong. I didn't know it. But that's the whole that's the thing when you go, right, you can know something, right? But knowing something and not doing nothing about it and putting application to it is just idle knowledge. It's once you put that knowledge into activation, that's when you get wisdom. And only then you can have the understanding of what that thing is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Wow.
So the action, when you do the action, whether you fail, whatever your intentions is a failure or a fucking success or whatever, however you view it, that's, you got to go through that because that's going to give you the understanding.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You'll understand it better after you go through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, living out west is a completely different kind of environment. So we like just a regular everyday going to the store could end up being on some craziness if you ain't really watching your environment and the people around us. Like everything looks like it ain't the hood. You know what I'm saying? So you just never know what you can get caught into. So I pull up to a gas station, see any wrong looking characters standing outside, I'll pull up and go to another gas station now. Instead of back in the day, I'd have just walked in that piece on some like, what's happening, homie, and just do my thing and feel like if something was to happen, whatever, nigga, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As a grown man, you avoid all of those situations knowing that they could be avoided, rather than just saying like, I know how to handle myself.
Well. Right now, if you're getting in any type of compensation in your 40s, man, you just like, I mean, really, what's good? I mean, I don't even know a reason I would have a problem with somebody. I don't have no issues with nothing.
Exactly.
So, that's some kid shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that kids is out there wilding. I got to stay away from them young boys. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a young boy and I didn't give a fuck neither. I was boss and I was doing whatever I wanted to do. I didn't listen to what. And then they got a couple of dollars too. They got a couple of dollars. It was crazy.
You all the way turned.
You know what I mean? A little dust and a couple of dollars, nigga, and a hammer. we in the prison again. God damn.
Right. I got a question, right? I'm gonna bust this right turn right quick, right? I'm in New York, so I wish you were in the video for that song.
I want to do it, man. It's really RJ, man. I'm trying to get with RJ. We were supposed to shoot the joint for the Anarchy joint. That I don't know. So it's really on him, man. I really want to do it. I think that song's a dope song, man. I think it'll shake the ground, man.
Look, I do a lot of hooks for niggas, right? I mean, and for myself and shit. Like, that's one of my favorite hooks that I've done ever.
Yeah,
ever.
It's meaty.
Like, shit is banging because I mean, if it came straight off of your idea, you know what I mean, off of your last words, you know what I'm saying, the last words of your verse, like I just continued from that and just built the hook around that, and then the fact that RJ started on the same syllable, I was and I just sewed it all together. I love that shit. I might even, you know, I might try to, you know, just try to do 2 in 1, like try to kill him, like, yo, we just do both videos the same day and get the shit done. You know what I mean? Yeah, RJ is a slippery one. We've been trying to get him on this show for a minute. You know what I'm saying? We had him, but then we didn't. A couple of times. Yeah. It's my guy, man. I mean, we gonna make it happen. I'm sure. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Right. More. What was we saying? I was about to say something. I forgot. You got new music out? What other new music you got out? Oh yeah, I got the RJ Payne joint with RJ Payne Anarchy. I got a joint with Hus Kingpin called Made You Look Part 2. I got a joint called Rugged with Noah, Francis, and Castro, hip hop rock type shit. And yeah, that's it for right now. And I'm just moving around, just having fun with just rhyming again and just really gearing up to start my workout and get myself back in shape for this fall, or well, actually this coming winter, top of the year, for my one-man play, The Rugged Child Story. So I'm gonna be on Broadway and bringing it there, and you know what I'm saying, with the hip hop mixed musical, and yeah, it's just gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. It sounds dope. What's this one man? What's this one man play shit you talk about? What's this? Talk about it. If I can put you in the mind frame of Mike Tyson, Undisputed, Bruce Springsteen's one-man play, John Leguizamo one-man play, just about my life story, you know what I'm saying, coming up, being the only child of a teenage mom, you know what I'm saying, stories about losing my mom. She overdosed to heroin, and, you know, my pops growing up with a father that was incarcerated all my life, losing friends and being touring the world and all that, going to prison, and sometimes you got to say, damn, like, it has to, the strength do it all that it takes, like, to surprisingly still have your mind intact, you know what I'm saying, without breaking, you know what I'm saying. And for a long time, I used to wonder, like, yo, you know, why powers that be and certain, you know, that don't, you know what I'm saying, push or don't, you know, do more or as they could, which really wouldn't hurt, right? So I said, damn, what's these people's problem? Never understood it. Then I figured it out. It's the strength. Sometimes the strength that you have, a person don't understand how you make it through and still keep a smile, and will hate you for that, and won't give an opportunity for you that's yours, and will block it because if they ain't getting nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a cold world. Yeah. I mean, salute to J. Cole. Ain't that an album of his? It's a cold world. Like, that's like the people, the powers that be, quote unquote, like, you know, they on their shit. You know what I'm saying? And they give a fuck about, like, I always say that, you know, some people be thinking my shit is, I think, too cynical or whatever, but I'm like, them niggas give a fuck about us as much as we give a fuck about animals, and not even animals, like some, because we love some animals, you know, like I mean, like people in general, like you're not going, like, you got people in the ghetto, right? People in the hoods all day. They may live with something like roaches, right? They may get comfortable living with them. They got a few roaches, whatever. It ain't that bad or whatever. But they not happy about living with them. You understand what I'm saying? They have to be happy about living with them. They gotta be. What you say? You have to be happy about living. Kill them motherfuckers and get it going. If you living in it, you gotta like it. Listen, and that's what they do with us. I'm sitting in shit. I'm sitting in shit, bro. I'm sitting in shit. I'm sitting in shit. I'm smelling it. It's on my leg. If I don't like it, up, bro. Shy, you live in the hood, right? Like, we live in New York. Look. We live in we come from a projects or some shit, right? And And every day we go out, we see some shit or some bullshit we don't want to see, but we still live there for a while. It's like, all right, fuck it. Like we
insane. We gotta break that thought pattern.
What I'm saying to you, all right, let me explain to what I'm saying to you though, B. Like what I'm saying is this. That's the way the powers that be feel about us. They don't give a fuck about our comfortability or no, you understand what I'm saying? Like I was just trying to create an analogy. Like it's
they don't give a fuck because we don't give a fuck. Our hood don't have to be that way. Our hood could be love. Our hood could be, yo, I love you, my brother. Yo, let's put this money together with all our drugs, and we're gonna sell drugs, and all of us take these drugs and let's go to the moon.
I mean, you do. I've seen. Look,
we can
I've
make
seen
it love. We make it hate.
But when you do that, then you getting all of the big feds and all of the big conspiracy case and all of that.
Anyway, if this is your life you choosing, though, this is the life you choosing. So I'm saying, yo, if this is what you choose, know what you signing up for. So we know we sign up for this, right? Why do we got to be enemies? Let's be like El Chapo and the syndicates in them, and let's get together and really hold it down. If that's your life. If not, leave it alone. But don't sit and quit. That's just an excuse. Like I said, if you living in poverty, I'm not saying it's not hard, but I know I can't use that as an excuse. I can't take that as an excuse because I know one thing for sure. Self-preservation is always going to kick in. If shit is bad, it's only until you reach your breaking point. If you still sitting in that shit, you ain't reached your breaking point yet.
Bro, that's
but
facts.
When you reach your breaking point, you remain like, fuck that. Fuck this rap shit, nigga. If I gotta work in key food, nigga, this shit is real. And get myself back up. Or sit around and just stand on the corner and start asking for change. If that's what you're gonna do.
Well, here's the thing, bro. Like it's that across the board. Like, and when you say that they don't treat us better because like they don't give a fuck about us because we don't give a fuck about ourselves. Like that's a bigger statement than just that. You know, that applies across the board. It's like, because on some real shit, like I can, you can see small pockets of people in small communities or small groups of people when they do give a fuck about themselves, and they have created a situation where they take care of each other. They pretty self-sufficient or whatever they do, and then they come and knock every fucking thing over because it's a deep-seated hatred. Think of all of the fucking the massacre, all of the black massacres. It's a ton of them. We speak about the Tulsa, Oklahoma Black Wall Street one, all the time, but it's tons of them. Every time where we as a community, people building they on their own shit or whatever, we self-sufficient niggas. We not.
You know why? Because only people we tough with is ourselves. We only tough with ourselves. We ain't tough with them crackers. We ain't tough with them police. Nigga blow my brains out as soon as the cop come, put the gun down and lay down and go out in cuffs and be shackled back and forth to court and sit in the fucking cell for the rest of his life.
Yeah, but at the same time,
do that to me. But this is what I'm saying. We only get tough against each other. Let's get tough against these big old proud white boys. What's up?
Let's do it.
Because listen, same thing in prison. Them hillbilly big white boys knock your damn block off. Niggas will sit there and watch, but cut me, stab me. We gotta love each other, bro. And once we start loving each other, a nigga hit you, he gotta hit me.
Listen, That's the type of time
whoever
I've
it
been
is,
on.
whoever it is, the government, the FBI, nigga. Back in the days in the 60s, you talking about George Jackson, the Panthers, niggas is banging out.
Now, bro, listen to what I'm saying to you.
Cleavage, you know.
Listen. Let me tell you something. Listen, bro. I'm here with you all the time, right? I'm like, but I'm saying, like, I got documentation to prove it. Like literally, I moved my family to Arizona with the money I took from the precinct after we got it shaken with them. You understand what I'm saying? And they tased the nigga and all of that, and we put in the whole lawsuit. We put in the lawsuit, and you know, like, I got bread off of that. You understand what I'm saying? I bring that up to say that's documentation. Like I'm about that. I'm not only tough against my people. I don't want to fight my people at all. You understand what I'm saying? I got tased not for fighting a man, not for fighting a brother, for none of that shit.
I'm not even saying,
listen, Shy, listen. What I'm saying is, I'm just saying that I'm on that time. You know what I mean? That's who I am. What you saying, I'm with it. I agree with it wholeheartedly. I'm just saying what we going to do as a people. You
I'm not even saying me. I want to do movies and shit. I want to do movies. You're not even me. I'm talking about the niggas that's putting in the pain. This is your position. It's not my position. I'm saying you putting in the pain out there. This your position. Y'all the security of us.
Yeah.
We ain't being protected. Yo, come on.
It's hard to do that when they be getting told on by all of the civilians that they out here trying to protect. The family, the hood, like it's like, listen, the gangsters, the niggas putting in the pain are the niggas who are the most afraid of the police. Cause they're the ones who've had the most you got people squares running around here thinking the police are good. You understand what I'm saying? But you got a nigga who in these streets, he know how foul the police is. And he also know that when police run down on him for something he did that he probably believed in or whatever, protecting his little sister or whatever, or his bread or whatever the fuck it was, he went and put in some pain and the whole hood told on him. You understand what I'm saying? These niggas, this is the reality of the niggas who've been putting in the pain. You know, niggas never look into their reality, but it's like, how now? What we supposed to do now? Yeah. When the niggas' hands are tied, you understand what I'm saying? Because they don't get no support. They can't run to your crib. Only crib they can run to is they man crib who hot too. You understand? Because he was with him when he did the last shit or whatever. So, you know, like I feel like it's up, like, for me, like, I don't feel like it's the responsibility of nobody to do nothing, but for myself, like, I'm all with saying what I'm saying right now to publicly, because if the thought never crossed your mind, then you ain't responsible for it. I can't blame you for you know what I'm saying? But if all of these niggas somehow hear some of this shit we talking about, then maybe, you understand what I'm saying? But they gotta put something together, because we ain't safe out here.
Because we need a culture. Listen. The women need to sew, clean, cook, have the babies. The gangsters need to hold up the rifles and hold the fort down. The people who know agriculture and we need to become our own sufficient people and have our own civilization. That's what I'm talking about. So the people that's going to be the army to protect our people, they all have it. Look how the world is ran. Each people have their security. You know what I'm saying? Go in the jungle. Who's protecting the jungle before you can go in the jungle? The dudes with the rifles out here. Those are the warriors. We got to surround ourselves with the warriors, got to surround us. And the people that's good at doing what we're doing, they got to protect us. And we got to do what we do and play our position. And that's it. As a people. As a people, as a unified people, that's the only way. And we might not see it in my lifetime. I don't think I'm gonna see it in my lifetime. You know what I'm saying? You know, hopefully one day it does.
You ain't gonna get no argument out of me, brother. I feel you. I mean, we just speaking two sides of the same coin. You know what I mean? But I got another question. I got a question for you. Did you know Ruck? Did you know Sean P?
Yeah. I was just, me and Sean P got a record together. We did a joint right before I went away.
This nigga I promise you, I could go on YouTube right now and hear 10 songs of Rucks that I never heard before. This nigga worked. Y'all niggas had a song? You got a funny Sean P story?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you how we met. I had went overseas and I did the tour by myself. I mean, literally by myself. Like I didn't take nobody with me, no managers, no nobody. I just had my book bag, no DJ, nothing. I just went out there because I started to go, yo, why I'm splitting all this damn money with niggas? Paying a nigga to do this, paying niggas to come in. I go get all that money by myself. All those extra plane tickets, throw that, this is my price. So I just threw my bag on and I broke out. So I was in their dressing room and they was like, yo, Shyheim out here too. So they was like, I was like, oh, what's up? They was like, yo, what you doing? I was like, I'm chilling. They was like, yo, who you with? I'm like, it's me. They was like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm just me. They was like, all right, roll with us. I was like, all right, cool. And we started hanging. And then when I came back to New York, we kept in touch and we did the record. And then not too long after that, I caught the case and went upstate and shit. That shit broke my heart when I was up there. That shit broke my heart.
He used to be out there on them dolo missions too. I went on a few dolo missions out there too. Them shits be crazy.
Yeah, it's fun, man. You know, being comfortable with yourself, man. I love it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of times, you know, I know back then for me, I would go to different countries and different places and not even really experience the place. I would go just do the show, you know what I'm saying? Experience the little, you know what it is. Yeah, the festivities, you know what I'm saying? And I was gone, you know what I'm saying? But now this trip around.
Like we all got that. I've been telling that story too. Like I just seen Steele last night. I was like, yo, he been going some dope places. He went to Cape Verde recently. The nigga went someplace else. I was like, yo, you been going some dope places. He was like, yo, ever since that last time we was in France together. Because one time we was in France a few years ago and we was like, fuck it, man. We've been touring we've been going around the world. We done traveled around the world 13 times and ain't seen none of it. And we finally went to the Eiffel Tower, you know what I mean? And took pictures and shit. And we just started, you know what I mean? We got to do some more. We need to take time for that shit. I'm telling you, that shit is that's the feel good shit. That feel good shit bring you more feel good.
That's exactly.
I mean, that's exactly what you was just talking about earlier with enjoying the prep.
Right now.
You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, that's dope. Like, look. But before this, to all the listeners, right? Before we started the interview, I was talking to Shy, and I think we asked him something about him working on a project he wanted to promote. Someone was like, "What? I'm not doing all that." He's like, "What?" He's like, "That's too much." What the fuck? What? That's way too much. Would you elaborate right quick before we wrap up this shit? Like let niggas know what you're right now.
I kind of got it from the young boys who do music. I'm not gonna lie. I got it because when coming back into it, right, I'm like fresh eyes and ears, right? So I'm looking and I'm like, damn, and trying to learn how they do things, right? And I think the difference between how they do things and we did things was that we wanted to be so perfect. We wanted to be, this gotta be that, and playing it in the video shoot. And they don't do it like that. They just express themselves and they do another one tomorrow. And I think that's the way to live. They're living in the now and they're having fun and enjoying it. And then it don't come off so trying, like I'm trying to get a record. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then it may happen. If you take the ball and just shoot around a bunch of times, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get that rhythm eventually. But if you sit there being too, trying to be, extra, sometimes that shit just become dead weight.
No, I feel you. Forced. Shit can sound forced.
Yeah, do you think that's from you being like a signed artist back in the day from how it is independent now? Or do you think that was just like how you like to have your music released?
I think technology changed that. I think technology changed it because like right now we can hang up, I can go in the studio right now, do a song, upload it, edit it, and boom, I have a video out tomorrow morning.
Facts.
Yeah. Technology cut a lot of throats.
Then when I put it out, it's old in fucking a week. It's old because somebody else has dropped 100,000 new videos.
Yeah, for sure.
Technology cut a lot of throats, B. I mean, it's good, but it's, you know, and this it helps. And then there's other.
So here's the thing, right? But the most beautiful thing in the world about it. Shout out to my brother Keith, right? Is that
man, Murray.
You can you can have your own industry. I think that's the greatest. That's the greatest trick the industry ever pulled. That said there was an industry. I don't think there is an industry. I think there's a bunch of independent
fan bases.
Yeah, and everybody doing anything. Photographers. It's just everybody independent. A network of independent people. So now you just got to get your network and grow, and your fan base, and even if it's 10, start with 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, cause I always say, if I follow the motto, like, if you love what you do that, you know what I mean? Or however they say, you'll never work, if you love what you do, you'll never work again, you know what I mean? If you got a fan base of 20, 30, 10, whatever, and you love rapping, and this fan, you got 10 loyal ass fans, and they loyal, they'll buy whatever you do.
Yeah.
Then you now have a system in which you can create any amount of money you want. Set you a goal, do the math. All right, I'm gonna put out this thing right here. It's gonna cost $100. I got $1,000 right now. You understand what I'm saying? On top of that, I'm gonna put out an album and a this and a that and a shirt and a this and a that and a movie and a this and a that, and you know what I'm saying? You could feed your fucking life off of those 10 loyal motherfuckers, so don't never get it twisted. Now, imagine when them 10 loyal motherfuckers turn into 100 or 200 or 500. You know what I mean? Those is all small numbers, but when you're looking at the math like that and you love what you're doing, so you're going to do a bunch of it any fucking way.
Yeah, exactly. It's once it becomes work. Once it becomes work, and you start like you start this.
Right.
It's not flowing. You start forcing it, like you said earlier. You start forcing it, trying to get it. Wow.
Yeah. Well, my nigga, I'm glad you could join us, my brother.
Yeah. Pleasure, thanks for having me, G.
Listen, man, like listen, this is a good look for us, right? Because you a big deal. If ain't nobody telling you that, I'm telling you that. Like, real hip hop and real niggas know. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Like, this is a plus for my show. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate it, man. Like, real talk.
Love, you know that, man.
You already. Love, we gotta make this video happen. We gotta make it happen.
Yup. RJ, we gotta make it happen. RJ Payne, Mr. RJ Payne.
RJ, nah, I mean,
no doubt, man. Love though. Thanks for having me. Y'all, word up.
Yeah, we appreciate
it. Soon.
All right, love.
So when you guys want to start your own side hustle, your own business, whatever it is that you guys want to do, people are going to call it your little business, right? They're going to call it your little business, your little side hustle, but that's okay. When I wanted to start my own hair care line, someone told me, aren't there already hair care lines out? When I wanted to start selling courses, people told me that's all you do is sell stuff on the internet. And when I decided to buy rental properties instead of investing in my own personal house, people told me that you don't own a home, you own houses. So people are always going to have something negative to say, but it does not matter. What they're really doing is projecting their insecurities onto you, right? They really want to be in the position that you're in, to have that faith in yourself to accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish. Owning my own business outweighs the benefits of me going back to a 9-to-5, so there's no reason to give up.
This is Monsta Nation Jade, and I think you should start your journey to financial freedom right now. So go to the website that you see here, or click the link in the description below, or find me on IG and click the link in my bio, Exotic Jade Eyes.
That was dope. Salute to the homie Shyheim, rugged child, man child, Shyheim rugged.
For sure.
He's a grown ass man. I'm gonna call him whatever he tell me to call him. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him though. It's good to see him out here. Like, like being in those situations change niggas. You understand what I'm saying? Like being locked up. Like it really. And sometimes it makes some niggas better, but it make a lot of niggas. You know, it affects him in a negative way. I'm glad to see my man shining out here, you know what I mean? Because it's a big deal, and he a good dude. But check it out, though. We found the footage of the aforementioned reckless posting done by Rockness Monsta. I think I think I can show you. Just gonna go to the videotape for a second. Please.
Look at it, y'all.
Goofy, no method, no madness, just goofing.
This is hilarious.
Got the aggressive titty move. All right, stop it already. That's not even the whole video.
That,
like, you know what I'm saying? I tell you, like, it was
to hold the hookah between your breasts like that. Is that like the new thing?
I'm saying, listen, everybody don't got big breastises and shit. So that was her stunting. That was her stunting.
Oh, okay,
you know, she was stunting. You know what I'm saying? So
I can dig it.
And I was
that
really
was
son. I was.
You know,
like that's light. I tell you, like, what'd you say?
You kept your composure for having multiple mojitos and vodka shots and stuff.
Listen, what I told you happened before we found the video actually happened. We just ain't play that part of the video, son. Like, I'm gonna kiss her in the lips and shit. Like, it was, that my composure slipped. That shit was on the floor. You understand what I'm saying? Shit was in a paper bag and it was wet. You understand what I'm saying? That shit was all my composure was out on the floor. God damn it.
Wow.
But on another note, listen. You drive, right?
Yeah. 24.
I drive too, but my license is broken a few pieces, right? So as of recently, I just been fucking with Uber. You know, it's the safest. You know, it has been it was the best option. But lately, Uber been on some bullshit. Like for me, like I said, with my license being broken half, that's one thing. You know, so it's always a risk driving.
Fact.
Which I've done. I didn't give a fuck, right? But I would do. But like I said, too much risk versus reward. And cab drivers, like cab drivers, I hate them almost as much as I hate police. You understand what I'm saying? Like, them niggas have drove me to an extremely violent place, son. Like I didn't just ugly. Just the ugliest side of me has been brought out by cab drivers. I promise you. Like, I done tried to break their door off, not slamming it closed, slamming it open, like I just spit in the cab driver face, like same cab driver, like 20 times, like that, like, son, the rage is unreal. So when Uber came out, you know what I'm saying? It took me a while to get used to the new technology. I didn't think, I'm not doing no. What the fuck? We my credit card. What the fuck? When I finally did it, it was a godsend. It was like, oh shit! It became the better option. You know what I mean? And it was such a great option that cab drivers literally, like, yellow cabs was killing themselves. Like, no, yellow cabs were killing. They was committing suicide because of the dent in their pockets that Uber and all of this app, you know, Uber, Lyft, and all of that came out, fucked their lives up. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, exactly.
So, you know, but I will say that as of recent though, Uber, you know, them niggas been getting old. You know, niggas get old. That's how they do. You know what I'm saying? They run around. They show up. They show you all the love. Give you everything you want, everything you need at prices you love until they got you hooked. And then they start to get you. And to get you and to get you and to rob you and to stick you up without a gun. Right? So now they prices are ridiculous. To the point now where me and cab drivers actually been getting along a little bit because they got some more respect now. You know what I'm saying? They like, oh, Uber went? Son, let me tell you what it is. All right. Let me tell you what happened a few days ago. I was at my brother General Steel crib the other day, right?
Yeah.
And me and Hans was there. Like, I took an Uber from Brownsville at his crib, $25 ride, right? My man Mike Hands was there. I'm figuring I'm jumping the whip with him on the way back or whatever, right? But it didn't work out that way. He took an Uber his damn self. I'm like, all right, that's whatever. So when he was getting ready to leave, I said, oh, let me spend a few more minutes with my homeboy and talk to him about a few things, this, that, and the third, right?
Yeah.
10 minutes after Hands leaves, I hear the biggest, one of them big, healthy, the hearty thunders, right? You like, oh. My first reaction was, the Uber prices just now went up $20, right? And we all laughed. You understand what I'm saying? We all chuckled. And then I finally said, let me look and see. I'm saying, let me do bullshit. Let me look. Shit had went up $25. My $25 ride was now a $50 ride going back, right? And I'm like, get the fuck. I'm like, and luckily this is family. I'm amongst family. I don't have to leave. You know what I'm saying? So why don't we wait a little while, right? You hear more thunder. Who's like, that sound like another $20, right? And we would look. Every thunder, like every time we like that might have been a little $10 to $5, right? I promise you, my brother, the price got up to $70-something, about $77.
Wow. From what did you think the ride was going to be in the beginning?
$25 to get from Brownsville to where my man was. You understand what I'm saying?
75.
So at the first thunder, it went to 50. Then the shit went up again and again and again till it was about $77.
Wow. Now, is there anything in their like bylaws or whatever as far as Uber goes that says that it does that? Because that sounds crazy. Like,
I don't know. But what I do know is I waited there until I didn't leave until that shit was back down to $24.
Back down to $20-something.
Like, they fucking with the wrong one. I was among family. We was watching one of those good shows on Netflix or whatever. That was that. You know what I'm saying? But Uber, you real petty for that. You petty for that, Uber. That's foul. Like every thunder. And who's the nigga responsible for that? Who's the nigga that's sitting there and go, oh, all right, we should raise this one up a little 10 right now. It's like how the fuck does that work? Is it automatic? Is it algorithm? Is it?
You got to think too. It's such a big company. Like they must have something tied to like a weather app or something for them to eat, because they probably do the same thing no matter where you're at, as far as like the weather, the scarcity of who's gonna be driving in those conditions. That sounds crazy though. I wouldn't even think about that, like until you just now said it. That's how.
And then you multiply that shit by like club. When you at the club, let's say you at a club and it's time to leave 4:00 a.m. on a Friday night. Prices is stupid. I seen it last night. I went out last night. Seen it. Yeah. I seen it.
That's crazy.
Same shit. It's petty. Which brings us to the petty portion. You understand what I'm saying? Like we kind of just stumbled into the petty portion. Cause Uber, that's petty, B. That niggas is making all the money, B. Like the fuck, y'all don't gotta do that. Like literally.
Not at all.
But second of all, but not second of all, but for this portion of petty, the petty portion, inspired by P, sponsored by P, you know what I mean, brought to you by P or whatever. I like to bring to you, I couldn't think of my own petty today, but we got some petty for you. Brett, would you like to disclose to us the article you read today on about our good brother, my good brother in rhyme, 50 Cent?
Say that again, because I hear what you just said.
I said, would you like to read to us the article you read about our good brother 50 Cent today?
Yeah, so I just was looking on Hip Hop DX, and they had a video calling 50 Cent the Petty King, and it was saying that he bought his girlfriend the tiniest I think it was a Balenciaga bag or something, and it was literally the size of her iPhone. And she posted it on IG talking about, this is the kind of ish she does when he's mad at me. And I was thinking to myself, what could she use that little tiny purse for? You know what I'm saying? Like with her keys in it.
I mean,
it was literally smaller than her iPhone.
Oh, it's smaller than her iPhone.
Yeah, she took a picture of it sitting directly on her iPhone, and it was smaller than her iPhone.
Oh, that makes it some of the most petty shit ever. Because it's like, if you got this nice bag, I mean, I don't know, like whatever the brand it is, she could have diamonds on it, whatever, like, you want to rock it, right?
Yeah.
But it's a bag, so who wants to rock an empty bag? What do you put it in? Fucking lip gloss and shit? Like, you can't fit your phone in your... Yeah, it's a makeup bag. That's a makeup bag. That's it.
For sure.
And then who forces a makeup?
That cost $1,000. That little tiny bag cost $1,000. Crazy.
That's well played, sis. Well played. But here, look, I got wind of some petty way. There's a woman somewhere. Listen, I'm sorry, I don't do all the fucking
the research.
All of that shit. I've got wind of a woman. I trust my resources, so I don't need to do the researches, right? I got wind of a woman who was mad at her ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, some shit. One of them shits. They broke up. Her car was still in his name, I believe. And he was like, you know how niggas break up and want to leave some shit undone. Fucking bitch struggle with that shit, right? Some shit like that is the impression that I got. If I'm wrong, and somebody, please correct me, but that's what it sounded like to me. So she, in turn, went and got another dude, put him in the car, and told him to run 50 red lights.
Oh my goodness. That is the most burnt out. That's hella petty. Hella petty.
I mean, I'm just saying 50. I don't know if like that number is exaggerated. It could be 100 for all I know. It could be 25. I don't know. But either way.
I mean, each red light is probably like $300.
Right. If you get two of them shits and you don't know you got them, you know how much money that turned into?
And how are you proving that it ain't you?
Cars in your name.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy. Hella petty. That person needs to be like, that's some, nobody ever needs to be with that woman. She's definitely next level with it, with the vindictiveness. Like, he must have hurt her bad.
Look, when we get out, you know what I'm saying, we still new at this and all that, we getting our shit together. When we get our shit, we're gonna have a petty award show out this motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna because Shorty is a right there. Shorty is a nominee. You understand? Because that was grade A petty right there. Like that's
facts.
I think it's about that time for us to say goodbye for the week. Just for the week. We see you motherfuckers back next week Monday. You know what I mean?
Right.
For portions of this shit on YouTube, and then you see the whole shit. Just stay tuned. You gotta follow the movement. We growing, y'all get to grow with us. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, you know what I mean, we like to thank y'all. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all here with us, holding it down, saying peace for my man Sterang One, for myself, my brother DJ Rec. Shout out to our producers, our sponsors, Jade, Black League, Dash Radio, Delicious Vinyl, Monsta Nation, Sound Lounge, Solid Ice, you know the rest. Cue the credits!
Thank you for listening to Monsta Mondayz Podcast. Please join us every Monday from 8 to 10 p.m. West Coast time and 11 to 1 a.m. East Coast time. Every single Monday, Monsta Monday on the Dash app. Also, check out these awesome shows from the rest of our podcasting family. Funny Farm, East New York Radio, All Elements Mix Show, the Star Power Collective, La Cosa Nostra Radio, 5150 Mix Show, Block News Live, Vinyl Coffee Mix Show, and Hidden Gems. Check them all out under the Delicious Vinyl radio station.